Hey, Grace family, I just wanted to take a few moments and invite you into a new season. What season, you may be asking, am I inviting you into? Well, this is a season of prayer and fasting. Every year for the last 5 years, we have started our calendar year with 21 days of prayer and fasting. Now, for many of you, you are used to this rhythm that we have, but for some of us, this is new. And so maybe you have some questions. Well, what is fasting, or why 21 days? Or what do I do during this time? What do I fast? What don't I fast? And so I just want to let you know that we have a whole page on our website dedicated to help you understand what fasting is, what these 21 days could look like for you. But I really want to speak to you today as an invitation moment for you to join myself, Pastor Kristen, the rest of our staff, and the rest of our church as we start 2024 with 21 days of prayer and fasting. Why is this important? Well, I believe it's always important to give God our first. We see this throughout Scripture that those who gave God their first, whether it's their first fruits, whether it's their grain offerings, whatever it may be, received His blessing and His favor. And so as we start the year fresh and new on January 1, we're going to enter into 21 days of prayer and fasting as a way to say, God, here is the first of my year. And so we want to invite you to join us as a church. And if you're new to this idea of fasting, we have resources for you. If you struggle in your prayer life, we have resources for you as well. We'll be also highlighting a book called Pray First by Pastor Chris Hodges, and some material that he's made available, different models of prayer life, different prayer guides. We'll provide you with a prayer guide for all 21 days. Each week in your bulletin, you'll receive a handout that just guides you through every day a certain idea, a central theme for each day and how to pray. And so we want to invite you into setting this year apart to God by joining us in these first 21 days. There's nothing magical about the number 21. In fact, we find it in the book of Daniel. In the book of Daniel, the prophet Daniel set apart 3 weeks to pray to the Lord to receive breakthrough. And the angel appears to him. Daniel 10:10 says that the angel of the Lord came to Daniel and said, from the first day you prayed, the Lord heard you, but it took me these 21 days to bring you the answer because of spiritual warfare. And so I would encourage you, church family, if you're in the battle, if you're in the fight, if you're going through some spiritual battles yourself, or if you're looking for a breakthrough, and there's nothing better than to go into a time of fasting and prayer, showing God your desperation, your hunger for Him to show up. And so would you consider over the next week, as we get ready to start this new year, joining us in our 21 days of prayer and fasting? For some of you, that might look like a full fast. For others of you, it would look like a partial fast. What do I mean by that? Maybe a Daniel fast, where you're only eating fruits and vegetables for those 21 days. And yet for others of you, maybe it's a soul fast. You're removing social media or different elements of your social life. And so we want to encourage you, whatever that looks like for you, to prayerfully consider what has your time and your attention, and what can you remove from your life for this 21 days and replace it with time spent in the presence of God. I believe this, and I know this to be true. If you give God these 21 days at the start of your year, He will show you things, and He will give you a picture and a vision for the rest of this year that you cannot even fathom. And so may His blessing be upon you as you consider these things. May His favor go before you in this next year. And we look forward to starting 2024 together through our 21 days of prayer and fasting. Hey, God bless.